What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Media Clash Podcast. I'm your host, Franklin Sizemore, and beside me tonight on the internet is one Johnny Bernardo.
What is going on, Frankie Beans?
Not much, Johnny. And look who's back from the dead, from the grave. Eric Knuckles.
Zombies, run. Zombies.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back from the dead. Where have you been, fucker?
I wasn't dead. Well, the last time we recorded, what was the thing? I had a bunch of stuff I was doing for work, and I was very busy because of that. Over the weekend, I died. So here's the short version. Me and my wife finally have a date night-ish, something like that. We don't have a kid. Well, we have a kid. At the time, we didn't have a kid. And so we're like, oh, we'll get some dinner. We go to O'Charlie's. And let's see, I ordered just like chicken fingers, whatever. She orders a chicken Caesar salad. It comes and she looks at it and she's like, I don't think this chicken is done. I don't think it's cooked all the way. I'm like, oh, it's fine. She's like, I'm not gonna eat it. I'm like, oh my, okay, fine, I'll eat it. Long story short, yeah, no, she was right. Yeah, it was not done, and salmonella makes you go a lot, and oh.
Did you?
Yeah, so I'm still kind of getting over that.
Did you
It's
sue?
not super fun. If I had the money to sue them, I wouldn't need to sue them for the money. Let me put it that way.
Did you get your meal for free?
No, I thought it was fine. I didn't start feeling bad until like the next morning, and then I was just like, curse them to heck.
Throw up on
what
their
they
front lawn and say, "I want a gift card." God damn it!
No, I don't want to go there again. I don't want them to give me a gift card to get free food. No, I don't want to eat there
What restaurant
ever
was this?
again.
What restaurant?
O'Charlie's. You probably don't have them
Nope.
up there in the Great White Yonder.
Nope, we do not.
Not missing anything.
Good.
Not a goddamn thing.
Well,
Hey, where's Wayne, by the way?
Oh, okay.
Wayne is dead to us at the moment.
He's at
We're
the.
not sure if I'm not even sure if he'll be here for the podcast. I don't think he will.
No, we already
But-
started. The boat's already left.
The boat has left the dock.
Yeah,
People,
at a good 41
teenagers are
minutes
still fucking
past
at the
when we
dock.
wanted to.
Teenagers are fucking at the dock because that's what teenagers do, and we're set sail. So, the Media Clash Podcast is a show that we do every week. We talk about TV, movies, and video games. Sometimes we talk about other random shit, but we're trying to cut down on that because it extends the podcast without adding really much to the flavor.
Hey, speaking of random shit, Franklin, I got nothing. Go ahead.
Exactly. So, without further ado, we will start with our first topic, and this topic comes from the pool of movies. There was a recent release of a comic book fucking movie shit.
It's a
It was
cartoon.
fucking R-rated. What the hell? Why is this comic book movie R-rated? Because it's fucking Deadpool.
Yeah.
Fucking Deadpool came out, and it fucking broke some goddamn records.
And let's just say real quick that there will be no spoiler discussion on this because as of this moment, myself and Eric have still not watched it, and Franklin has. So Franklin, you keep your goddamn mouth shut.
I will.
Yeah.
There's not really anything worth spoiling in the movie.
No, I understand. It's
I
a pretty
will-
straightforward movie.
See, this movie is basically a movie making fun of superhero movies.
Yeah.
Just saying. It's very, predictable.
Only it's good. Only it's good, unlike other movies that try to make fun of other movies that are just
Okay.
terrible. Yeah.
It's a fine movie. That's what I'll say about it. It's fine.
Alright.
It gets by
Sure,
on
Colin.
its humor.
Sure.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't call me Colin. I'm not Colin Moriarty. That man is much
Oh,
more
okay.
intelligent than me.
Also more handsome, but no, he's not. No, he's not.
So,
I mean,
No.
so right off the bat, Franklin, you already said this earlier. We already know that Wolverine 3 is now targeting an R rating. This would have not been possible if Deadpool did not shatter records everywhere.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't even think Deadpool was going to do that well. I thought it was going to do, 50, 60 million.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I definitely didn't see it doing as well as it has. I'm glad that it
yeah,
has.
me too.
I think it totally deserves it. I mean, and it makes sense if you think about it. I mean, the movie wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for, like, X amount of fans, because X is going to give it to you, X amount of fans screaming, like, please make this,
and a leak.
And so, like, when you... What's that?
Leak.
And leaked footage.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, that comes out, and they're like, why would you not make this, And so it's the thing of like this whole thing. The only way that Hollywood ever could have made this movie is exactly how it happened, by accident.
Yeah.
By them screwing something up and everybody going like, oh, whoa, wait, what? I'm sorry, and then like fighting for it for years of please make this, and then when you have so many. Okay, thank you for interrupting me right in the middle. Appreciate it. Love you.
My
Till
wife.
death do us part. So yeah, it's the thing of obviously they were assuming, okay, well, X amount of people have been crying for this, so we know that we're going to make at least that much. But I am really happy the fact that they actually stayed with the R rating, if only just because of the fact of Wolverine 3 coming out. I mean, God, the Wolverine was fantastic, but I mean, just imagine if that could have had an R rating.
Exactly,
oh my
yeah.
gosh. I mean, and you have a guy who his weapon are claws that come out of his hands, and there's not decapitations of blood and limbs everywhere. This doesn't make sense to me at all.
You can only stab robots.
Exactly.
So I guess now with the Wolverine being fantastic and Deadpool being even more fantastic, I think
No, don't say the word fantastic when you're talking about comic book movies. Not a good idea.
Especially Marvel.
Well, let's just put it this way. I guess it's safe to say at this point that Wolverine Origins has now been eradicated from the Earth. It doesn't exist anymore, right? That's not a thing anymore.
I hope. I wish they would just undo that and just come out and say like that is not canon.
That doesn't exist
Like,
anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah. Burn all the
That
copies.
or X. Yeah, I was gonna say that or X-Men 3. If they could just undo those, that would be.
If
great.
I had to watch one,
Although,
if I had to watch one movie over for the rest of eternity, and I had between X-Men 3 and then Wolverine Origins, it would be X-Men 3 hands down.
well, here's the thing. There's the great thing about Days of Future Past. Technically, that does undo all of that.
It does, yeah. Except you can never undo how you saw them portray Deadpool in Origins. What is this character about? He has a big mouth. Oh, okay. So let's sew his mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous.
Oh, it's just a sad day. But yeah, like I said, I knew it was going to do well. I didn't think it would do as well as it did, much less. What was it? Highest grossing R-rated film
Ever. Yeah,
like
ever.
For opening weekend. Sorry, highest made the most money during its opening of an R-rated film, which is insane.
Yeah.
Which, what was it? Totally just kerploded on. Was it 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
Which was like originally like what 70 something, and then this came out with like 140 something million. I mean,
But it even beat out a
Jeez.
lot of the other superhero
Beat
opening
out.
weekends.
yeah, even the PG-13 ones, pussies. But yeah,
Bitches.
yeah, I'm stoked about it.
When are you
It
gonna
does
see
help
it?
that
Alright,
it
good,
was
next
a love
topic.
story, and it was on Valentine's Day.
Of course, the
that-
marketing
that
was
we had it.
genius. Marketing was absolute genius.
I wonder if Disney's going to catch on to this and be like, Star Wars Episode 8, rated R.
Not a million
No,
years.
nope.
What other properties?
Princess
do you
Leia
think
comes
they
out
would-
with her boobies bouncing off her kneecaps.
What else do you guys think they'll do rated R or just like push further?
Honestly, I feel like Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight, those PG-13 or R?
Those, I believe, are PG-13.
Pull it up real quick. Check. Fact checked.
They're
Fact check.
both PG-13.
Yeah, so that, to me, I don't understand how Batman could not be an R-rated film. And I'm not saying it has to have the F-bomb, like crazy or over-the-top violence or anything, but it's a really dark story. And especially if, I mean, just, and stay with me here. Okay, imagine The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger, and it's rated R. Like, the type of way more, not necessarily darker for the sake of being darker. Jeez.
I saw your
That's-
cat's asshole. I still see
Yeah.
your cat's asshole.
For those listening on the audio, not that anybody's listening or watching anyway, Johnny's cat is on his chair right beside his head, facing the other way, and so
man,
Johnny had a pussy's asshole right beside his head.
that was
Head-
that was
head,
great.
face?
You can't write that shit.
Fed? Yeah, no, you can't. But yeah, I feel like, for instance, like, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, Arkham City, that type of stuff. Those are great storytelling. That would probably, those were rated M, right?
Yeah,
Those weren't T.
yeah, they were.
Yep.
Rated M?
Yeah,
Okay, well there you go. I feel like you can go a little bit further, and really tell a more realistic story. And I'm not the type of guy that's just like, oh, I want everything to be gritty and realistic and all this other stuff. But I don't want it to just be, the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, which I loved. but that was for that time, you know. To me, like the most glossy, you know, ungritty, if you will, that I would, you know, enjoy nowadays would be the Captain America movies, and that definitely has that there, but it's still grounded in reality, and it still shows people with flaws and stuff like that.
What do you think if they do the standalone Batman movie? With
Well, it's not if. What if? It's when. I don't know.
well, I don't know.
really,
DC might not go that way, right?
Well, they've already said that they're going to make one, but I mean, it's not. That'll be the third movie that he appears in.
No,
I mean,
they're
he's
going
already
to make a
coming out in
standalone
Batman versus
one.
Superman.
I meant more. Are they going to make one? Are they going to push the rating? Are they going to go past the PG-13?
Well, I think it depends. I mean, you see how Deadpool's doing right now, but then again, Deadpool was never branded as a child's, you know, IP ever. Whereas Batman, that was absolutely how it started out. But still, I don't know, man. I mean, you look at the Arkham games; they're incredibly successful. That's not for teenagers. That's 18 and up. And the way that you see Deadpool, you know, performing, I think it would definitely be enticing. But I don't know if they feel the need to, because I mean, you got to think how much money. You know, one thing at the film to do successfully, but how much money do they make just from the marketing, not the marketing, but the toys and all that stuff? So I mean, if you're selling it as a adult thing, and a lot of kids aren't going to be seeing it, are they going to want those toys?
But nowadays, these kids, anyways, they'll see whatever shit they can get their hands on. I guarantee you, a lot of those people were kids.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, in my opinion, the vast majority of PG-13 movies, I am like that. Probably wouldn't, like, I don't see how you would still say that's okay for a 13-year-old, but I don't know. I mean,
they've pushed the limits, that's for sure. Like now you're allowed to say the F word like 3 times in a PG-13 movie.
Yeah, is it really 3? Because it used to be only be like
no,
once.
I'm just guessing, but it's something stupid like that.
But anyway, I mean, I don't think they'll feel the need to do that.
God damn it.
I think Marvel definitely had some stones doing what they did, because A, this is the first standalone movie this character's ever had, and then B, but then it's the thing of, like, you know, like we've already said, there was already a huge dedicated crowd who was coming out and, like, you know, fighting for this, you know, saying, hey, this is what we want, and yes, we do want it R-rated and whatnot. So I mean, I don't know, it is what it is. I doubt DC will do anything like that with Batman, but
it would just
who
be
knows?
nice, especially since they have the Dark Knight Returns style Batman now with Ben Affleck. Like, I've watched the animated shows, the Dark Knight Returns one. It would be good if they could do something. It doesn't have to be 18A, but maybe just be 18A to the point where they can be a little bit more violent and not have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Where he really loses his shit. So
let me ask you real quick, because I assume that Canada has a different rating, because you guys have like Peggy 13 and all that crap, right?
No, we have. So you guys have PG-13. Here it's called 14A. For rated R movies, they're called 18A. That's it.
Okay. I was gonna say, Franklin, what's the one that like nobody ever releases a film rated this in the States, just because it'll never
adults
never do
or NC-17.
NC-17, there we go. Which doesn't make sense to me, because you have rated R, which is supposed to be you can't get in unless you're accompanied by somebody 18 or older. And then the one that's worse than that is NC-17, which is no matter what, even if you're accompanied with somebody, you cannot get in unless you're 17. Like,
what was the last movie that used NC-17?
I have never heard of one that has.
I don't think anyone has necessarily like hit the theaters anytime recently.
I'm sure it was like limited release or something. I'm sure it wasn't anything that was like a major production. It was probably some weird indie thing or something.
Wikipedia list of, and oh my god, these all look like random movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. They were given X ratings. X-rated.
What was that? What was the movie with Shia LaBeouf that came out not too long ago, where it was like 2 or 3 movies?
Oh, the Nymphomaniac.
Yeah. What was that rated?
That one was.
You can't tell me that.
Nympho.
You can't tell me that was just rated R. I mean, that would be insane.
Let's see.
The stuff that I've heard about that was in there.
It says.
And the fact that they.
Well, on IMDb, it's not rated.
Okay.
But.
Okay.
I never even watched that. I was just like, oh, that looks weird.
I have no desire to see that at all.
Let's get back on track.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
Because we had Deadpool, a comic book movie that got a rated R rating.
Yes.
Now we've already seen the door open to Wolverine, and also Spawn will be an R-rated movie.
Yes, I wanted to bring that up. He said that he's going to do Spawn, but it's not going to.
Who is he?
Todd McFarlane.
Okay. I was about to be like, John Leguizamo?
Sorry, Franklin. You were going to go somewhere with this. Sorry, go ahead. I just was really excited about the Spawn news because I actually love the original movie, despite its flaws.
It's going to be a horror film.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the Spawn that you know. It's going to be more like Spawn is kind of like a presence, and he's in the background. He's not going to be so central. So that kind of...
So it's Candyman meets Spawn. Gotcha.
Basically, yeah. That kind of worries me because, like I said, I really liked the original one as a kid, and I know it had plenty of flaws, but I just liked that. Yeah,
like everything between the beginning and end.
Exactly.
It was
no, it was more like the reason I like Ninja Turtles was because it just came to life. You know what I mean? Like I just loved it. Let's see what he says. So McFarlane wants to direct the film. He's trimming it so that he can do it. He says, I want to keep it small, I want to keep it tight, so let me direct it. His quote is blah, 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 blah. He says...
Dude, that pussy is whacking you in the face right now.
I know, like, I'm just trying to ignore it. He said something like it's going to be something meets Paranormal Activity. I don't remember what he said. Franklin, do you remember the quote?
I don't remember any quotes. I don't remember much anymore. I drink too much.
Let's see if I... Yeah, it's not here.
What's our other topic? What's the other one?
Yeah, so
because I gotta
are we done with that?
Get off of here in 5 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, all we know is that I think that closing arguments, what they've done with Deadpool marketing wise and everything about it, you'll definitely see them copying in movies to come. I know some movies have done it in the past, but no movies have done it that have been this successful. So they're definitely going to take a lot, and it's going to come off as copycat, and it's going to ruin it. So I really hope that Hollywood stays away from it. Let the people that know how to do it, and if you do your own thing, back off.
What was that? What was that hand thing you just did?
Dude,
you just turned into Celine Dion and started touching the notes of what you're... Is that a Canadian thing that I don't know about?
It probably is.
Oh, man.
Next topic.
All right. Some people will say that topic was too long. Others will debate that it was too short.
It was 18 minutes.
This same debate can be applied to TV shows.
Segue! Oh my god, that was so good.
So, what are some TV shows that have gone on way too long, and what are some TV shows that you wish would have got another season or two?
Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and say Firefly.
Oh my god, I was just about to say exclude Firefly because it's been said to death.
Yeah, exactly. You have to exclude Firefly. I would say shows that I wish had gone on longer. Well, let me start with this. Shows that went on too long. It just first thing jumped in my head is Smallville. Absolutely went on too long. After that, I'd probably say Friends went on for too long. Seventh Heaven doesn't count. That's a terrible show. That's no. And the preacher guy was a pedophile. And so anyway, I would say shows that didn't go on long enough. And this is hard because they probably went on perfectly, and if they kept going, it would have gotten ridiculous. Seinfeld, I wouldn't have minded if it went longer. I loved that show.
Well, it was about nothing, right? It could have kept going.
Exactly. I mean, you're never going to run out of ideas. I would say Chuck. But I mean, it had a great ending. I loved it, but I wish it had a little bit more time. And then I can't say Supernatural to either one because it's still going and it has not been too long. And pretty much at any point when they stop making that show, it will not be long enough. That is one of my favorite shows ever of all time. And although I could say this, technically in both areas, Doctor Who was a show that wasn't long enough, which is why they brought it back, and now it's still going. I do not think for a moment, though, that it's going too long. It's a fantastic show.
As much as I'm enjoying Doctor Who, it's not a show that I can, like, after I'm done an episode, I need to watch the next one. It's kind of like I watch it, and then I'm almost done season 6.
Okay. Then, yeah, just wait. Because if you're, let me think. You're still in season 5, so you're in the first season with
No,
Matt
I'm
Smith,
on season
right?
6, I just said.
Season
Yes.
6.
No, I'm almost done season 6. Second season of Matt Smith.
Okay.
Do you know the title of the last one you watched?
If you give me a second, I could check. I believe I have. That sounds familiar. I found out who River is.
Okay. Well, in that case, then yeah. Well, just wait and keep.
No, I will, but it's like it's not one of those shows that I need to watch the next one. Maybe just because I'm still not into that much sci-fi yet, but I do love it. It's just like it's like a slow burn for me, like a big slow burn.
It's understandable. Yeah, but that's me. What about you guys?
Oh, it's funny when I wrote that topic, I didn't have any in mind, but now they're all coming to me right now, right off the bat. Dexter should have been done at season 4.
Haven't watched it.
Do yourself a favor. Once season 4 is over, if you ever watch it, stop watching it.
And then just skip to the end where he becomes a lumberjack.
Spoiler alert. And yes, you know what? That doesn't exist. There is even talks that they might bring it back. Don't, please. Weeds, great show. Should have stopped after season 4, maybe even 5.
Never watched that either. Although I do love Kevin Nealon.
Yeah, no, that it's a great show. It's a great light show that you can watch. Definitely recommend checking that one out. Show and one more, and this is not really sacrilegious because it's had its time. Simpsons. It's I love Simpsons with all my heart, but it's just not. It's not the classic juggernaut it used to be. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. Just because of the fact of like, it's one of those things, kind of like South Park in a large way. Of like, it's really funny in the moment, but then because it's so relevant of pop culture, and then it's like you watch it a year later, there's gonna be 90% of the jokes you just don't get because you don't remember what was going on at the time, and there's so many subtle things that are just, I don't know. It's good. I'm honestly, I'm not super knowledgeable about how well it's doing. I'm surprised it's still on.
Well,
the
they
air.
keep signing. Yeah. Well, you know what? To be honest, I would rather, because I used to be a huge Family Guy fan, and after watching it, yeah, you know what? It's just gone down so much. That's actually a show that should have ended because it's just not the same. They're just being crude just to be crude.
Yeah, and the thing is, Seth MacFarlane, who I love, I think he's incredibly funny, but he's doing so many different things. There's no way he has enough time to put into Family Guy as he used to. And so, obviously that quality is not going to be the same. Before you go on, I just thought of 2 more. Actually, I thought of, my wife just said them, and I'm like, oh, you're absolutely right. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Although I do want to say that was kind of perfect because I feel like if they kept going, it would have dragged on. And then Legend of Korra. Absolutely loved that show. I actually liked Legend of Korra better than Avatar. And then also I would want to throw in Batman the Animated Series. Batman the Animated Series, once again, I kind of feel like it fills both voids because I wasn't as big of a fan at all after they changed the art style. So like back when they had the original art style for the first 3 seasons, I loved it. And then when they switched over and everything looked much more angular, a lot sharper, a lot more toned down and basic, it was still great storytelling. I just wasn't as thrilled about it. Of course, I love that Art Deco era, and they really did an awesome job blending like 30s and 40s type of like era stuff into like how the cars looked, how the buildings looked, how suits and hats and all that. I loved that era. So anything going away from that really kind of drove me crazy.
Fair enough.
Franklin, what about you?
How about you let Johnny finish? I don't think he was finished.
No. I don't have too many that were ended too soon because I kind of enjoyed most of the shows. One show, and it's a sappy show, but I liked it when I was younger. There was a show on Fox called Fastlane. Have you guys heard of this show? Did it?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Look it up right now. Look at that junk up on IMDb. Fastlane. I think it was. Oh wait.
It had Kelly Kapowski in it.
Oh no, that's not though. I'm thinking that there was another one. It was like a 6-episode miniseries. It was something else that had to do with cars.
Yeah, but it was.
Oh yeah, that was that. Oh yeah. It had
Peter Fasalelli or something like that. It was like a Fast and Furious like expensive show for, you know, that kind of crowd, and it was, for the time it came out, it was perfect. And they canceled it after season 1 and left it on the cliffhanger, and I love that show.
Yeah, it was basically like that generation's Knight Rider.
Oh, and one more in light of Deadpool, and I'm sorry, Franklin, you're next. A show called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. Ryan Reynolds. Yes, I have those burnt on DVD somewhere. I'm gonna rewatch them again.
I've been meaning to get that as a set, but they don't have it on Blu-ray. All they have is like a DVD set, and I was just, oh god, and the fact that it was done before the conversion to HD, and so everything is like.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised they even have a set because I burnt like shitty TV rips.
Yeah. I think I think it was the first 2 seasons. I think it was Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, and then after that they just called it Two Guys and a Girl.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching
it. Billion in it. He played Johnny.
Yeah, you're right. I remember.
Cute, athletic, dumb boyfriend.
Oh my god! I can't wait to. I'm gonna pop it in tonight. I can't wait to watch it.
There was a really great episode where Ryan Reynolds' character was trying to like chase the girl that he loved and somewhat kind of let go and all this other stuff, and she was going to study medicine at Oxford, and so he like flies out and he's over there and he's like running, and he's like, you know, gets to Oxford and he's looking around, he can't find her, so he calls her on the phone and she answers. He's like, sweetie, I love you, blah, 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 whatever. He's like, I'm here, I'm at Oxford, where are you? And she's like, what do you mean you're at Oxford? And he's like, yeah, blah, blah, I got on a plane, I flew over here, all this. And she's like, no, Oxford, Mississippi. And he's like, oh man. Okay. Well, I don't know if I have enough money to get back, but I'll figure. It was great.
Sorry. One more thing. Do you remember that part where somebody gave him like a basket of muffins and he thought it was poison, and he put the muffin down and he slapped the basket away?
Yes. Oh, so good. Oh, by the way, let's just go ahead. Sideshow idea. You remember that one time? That should just be the name of the show. You remember that one time? Remember that one part?
Done.
Just don't talk about favorite stupid parts of movies and TV shows and books.
It's done. Patent pending. Audience, remember that one part? Coming spring 2016. Franklin, go.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not used to this.
But only if you talk about Star Wars.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to talk about one show that didn't get enough episodes. I like Code Monkeys. I like that show. Do you remember Code Monkeys?
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
He's so young.
Programmers.
Yeah, it's about these programmers in the 80s making terrible video games.
What show was this on?
This was on G4, or I think... Was it G4 at the time? I think it was G4.
Before G4, it was ZDTV.
No, it was definitely G4 then. Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
But
it was really fun. It was like in sort of like an 8-bit style.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, I remember that
Yeah, you
now.
remember Black Steve,
I did see an
Dave,
episode or two
Jerry?
of that. That was really funny.
Yeah, I
I
think
totally
they
forgot
stopped
about
after 2 seasons, and I wish there was more. But yeah, that's my one that got cut off too early. Oh, what is he crapping? Please don't tell me he's crapping something bad.
Keep talking.
I'm gonna keep talking because well, whatever. I'm gonna move on to the one that I think went on too long.
Storage is full.
And I'm now blanking this. Oh my god, Eric.
Your storage is full?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. Can you move the file and then we'll just cut it?
Yeah, give me a sec. Oh,
Cut.
Fucking.
Cut is right.
So this is the part of the show where we make up for when Eric has tragically lost his video file. So instead of seeing Eric's video wherever it is, you're going to see a dumb picture of Eric because he's going to take a stupid selfie to make up for this thing.
You shut your mouth.
I think we should keep recording right now and just make fun of Eric the entire time.
Eric can still hear you. Eric can still see you. Eric doesn't know why he's referring to Eric in the third person.
And nobody knows why we're pausing right now because Eric is talking to us without any video in the show. No, there won't be a video right there because you lost your video and you need to move it and start recording again.
Well, that that means I
I'm
won't have
talking to
audio
an
either.
invisible man that you can't see right
Son of
now.
a
The
bitch.
man up there with a stupid, silly face because he's going to take a selfie because we fucking told him to. Because if he wants to be part of this podcast, he'll do what we say. Ain't that right, Johnny?
That is right.
Such a kind, understanding person.
Vote you off the island.
Yeah, apparently.
So, Johnny,
You're a mean
let's
drunk.
talk about jerking off. What have you been jerking off to lately? Do you jerk off still?
Not in quite some time, my friend.
Oh, okay.
You know what I would jerk
We
off?
don't know
That
what Eric
mask
would
that your
jerk
wife had
off
on
to
that one
because
time,
he
'cause
can't
it scared
talk
the
in
crap
this
out of
video
me.
because he's not part of this video right now.
Oh my gosh, I hate you, Franklin. I hate you so much.
So, everybody, you can watch this terrible, terrible show every week here, usually on Wednesdays. We don't know. It might not be a Wednesday every week. Probably not even this week. We don't know yet. But when we do finally figure this thing out, which we probably never will, we'll get voted off YouTube.
Never. We'll keep doing it. I don't give a shit.
Oh, so we'll just like host it on some torrent site?
No. YouTube can't kick us for shit.
I mean, YouTube could, suck my dick.
Oh my god, just copy the file over.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to see where it stopped because it may have been a while ago.
Finally, the Mac guy works fine, and now the other guy doesn't.
This isn't about anything here. This is about someone actually knowing what he's doing, and right now, I feel like I'm the only person who knows what he's doing right now.
No, I know what I'm doing. Everything's running good on my side.
My stuff consistently works. Every single time. I don't have any hiccups. I don't have to deal with any bullshit. I'm just a perfect person.
Good for you, Franklin. Good for you.
Internet, back me up.
Jeez.
Frank is a perfect person, right? Hashtag Frank is perfect.
Perfect sloth.
Perfect sloth. Now, what I want to talk about right now is the fact that I'm not enjoying video games anymore, and I wonder why that is. I don't get it. Like, I start up a game and I'm like, God, none of this is appealing.
Because
know.
you're going through a drought. Like, you need to stop playing for a while.
I'd love to say that, but the only... God damn it. Could he just stop interrupting in the video that he's not part of? Could he just stop? He will jump back in later in the video. I'm not sure if he understands how this edit is going to work, but he's going to jump back later at some point. And instead of the stupid picture you're going to see over here, you're going to see his video.
Oh my.
So, yeah, what have you actually been playing, Johnny? Since we're just trying to vamp for, fucking ever.
Xenoblade.
Xenoblade. How far are you in Xenoblade?
85 hours.
85 hours into Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Is there a light at the end of the tunnel, or are you still just in the thick of it?
I think I got 2 chapters left.
Oh.
Which is basically 2 story missions, but each story mission you have like a requirement that you got to do. Like, you have to do certain missions to get it done, so it's not like you can just jump straight to the story. You have to have something else ready to go.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and not to mention all the time I spent roaming the world.
Oh, man. I have yet to start that game.
Once you start, like, just get rid of your life.
Really? Because I like to play soccer sometimes, or football, as,
Nope.
the world calls it.
Nope, you'll quit. You'll just be exploring Mira over and over.
I injured myself on Sunday playing in a football match. I tackled someone from behind, and then basically I had to launch myself to do it, and I landed on my hip, and now it hurts real bad, and I walk like someone fucked me in the ass.
Oh my god. So, what's the next topic, Franklin?
Well, the next topic... Well, actually, I can talk about the other one, the other thing about this topic, the topic that was TV shows that have gone too short or too long. And I know a TV show that went on way too long, Breaking Bad. I feel like Breaking Bad lingered on way too much. House of Cards is going on the edge of doing that.
Well, with Breaking Bad, they did split the last season in half, so I felt like that probably made it last a little bit longer.
And The Walking Dead I feel like The Walking Dead is going on too long, but I just have this war against zombies. I don't like zombie stuff anymore, and I think it's all so stupid. But whatever.
And it's all because of The Walking Dead.
It is all because of The Walking Dead. I mean, fuck AMC. I mean, that's all I want to say right now.
It used to be a good show, and then it just became repetitive and like the same old shit over and over.
And Gotham, after like maybe episode 3
God.
dragged on too long.
A cop. I know. I tried to sit. I stopped like episode 10 of season 1. I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah, it is boring.
Boring.
And yeah, that's kind of that's disappointing because there could have been things they did with that show, but they just didn't. They just couldn't focus. They couldn't draw it into something. They just had to like spider out into all these different things we don't care about.
Yeah, no, I have no interest in getting back into that show.
So, I believe that concludes that topic.
Yeah.
We're still waiting on Eric to get back in, so we'll move on to the next topic, and when he comes back in, we'll brief him.
Yeah.
If he comes back in. Hopefully he comes back in. This is terrible.
Proceed with the next topic.
The next topic is about renting games. You know how you don't want to pay $60 for a brand new game, you might want to rent it instead. So, what are some games that you may have rented, or why do you rent?
Well, I know that they have GameFly services, things like that. We have one in Canada called Game Access. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe once I have nothing left to play, I'll try that out. But like quick platformers, like the new Yoshi's Woolly World, or games like that you can run through quick. Nothing big, like something like Xenoblade. I'm glad I have. That's hours and hours of hours. That's not something you can rent. But other games that you just want to run through or just play experience, those are the kind of games I want to rent. Like, I really want to play Woolly World. I really want to play when Star Fox comes out. I want to play that, but I don't want to buy it.
Have you played Shovel Knight?
Yeah, that I own.
Okay.
That I gladly own, and I can't beat Plague Knight because it's fucking hard.
Plague Knight? You're
No,
stuck
sorry. No, I'm not stuck on him. I'm I'm playing the expansion. Yeah,
okay.
Because he just controls. No. He just controls so weird compared to Shovel Knight.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style of playing a game.
Yeah. But yeah, anything that you can beat in under 10 hours, definitely a rental.
So,
you got something?
Say you had a PS4.
Uh-huh.
What would you do with Uncharted?
Uncharted is a different game. It does have a multiplayer component, so you can always jump into that. And that's like a cinematic game, you know what I mean? So that's something I would take my time with.
Okay. Because I know those games aren't necessarily 10 hours long. They're like 6 to 8 hours.
It depends. Like it depends on how you play it, right?
I mean, if you're good at the game, it won't take you longer than 10 hours.
It's not something of being good at the game. It's just not running. It's not running through it, just enjoying the game. Roll your eyes.
You old people and enjoying video games? What the fuck is wrong with you nerds?
What are you just playing them to play them?
Trophies. I'm a trophy whore.
Yeah,
I'll admit that. That's
once
one
I'm
of two
done
reasons I'm playing Digimon right now, is that I'm a trophy whore.
Oh, Matt says he has like a crazy team he needs to show you.
Hey, Digimon. Talking about Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth?
Unless you're recording, you shouldn't be talking to us.
Yes, person that's probably not recording yet.
Okay, we'll go talk about that for a second, because I want to hear about
So
that
Digimon Story
I've never played a
Cyber
Digimon
Sleuth
game.
is this game where basically you have a party of Digimon, and like you can, like basically, all right, this is how you capture Digimon. You keep fighting
Pokemon.
Yo, fuck off. It ain't like Pokemon, man. Pokemans ain't got nothing on those Digimans.
Your Pokemans.
So, in Digimon, you basically, the more you encounter a certain Digimon, like, the more your scanner goes up. And once your scanner goes up to 100%, you can materialize that Digimon into your Digibank. And then you can bring it to your party or put it on your Digifarms. You level these Digimon up and you Digivolve them.
Went to your Digi wallet.
I get it. It's all digital, whatever. But it's still really cool because these monsters are much more well designed than fucking Pokemon. I mean, Pokemons are just terribly designed anymore.
Well, especially the new ones, like where there's an ice cream as a Pokemon.
Yeah, the fucking Vanillish. I actually have a Pokemon card of Vanillish that I just recently got in a hard pack unopening. You can watch that on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/I don't have a custom URL.
Why don't you just send them to projectslothmgaming.com?
I should, but I didn't make a post for that, and maybe once I have more card pack openings, I'll put up like a compilation.
But why don't you just have a sub page that says YouTube and it takes you straight to YouTube? Think about it.
There is a little link at the bottom. If there's all these little symbols to all my other platforms.
There you go.
That sends you to my other stuff. But
Close
back to Digimon. Digimon's a cool game because the monsters are cool and the story is interesting enough. It's a story-based game, unlike these stupid Pokemon games which claim to be a story, but it's really just get those 8 badges and fight this one criminal organization once in a while.
Not to mention capture wild animals.
Yes, capture wild animals. At least in Digimon, you're just scanning them and then recreating them, basically like cloning.
Yeah.
It's more humane. Digimon is more humane.
So what games would you rent if you could rent games? Well, you can rent games. Would you use GameFly?
Would I use GameFly? Maybe.
Do you miss going to Blockbuster or whatever video store you had and just looking at
I'm not
a
old
cover?
enough for that.
So did you never rent a video game?
Okay.
Oh, I need it.
Okay. Okay, there was this one mom and pop store in my town.
Mom, pop,
and I did rent.
All right, I'm back. I'm back, bitches. All right.
Are you back in recording? Do a sync clap when you're ready to record.
I'm ready to record. Now stop your damn digis. All right.
Oh, man.
Okay. Just
Bill, let's go.
let me.
Welcome back, Eric.
You shut your face, Mr. Guy. But no, how's the story? How far are you into this Digiman game?
I am in chapter 7 of, I believe, 20.
Okay, so how many hours do you give or take? I mean, just guesstimate.
Right now I think I'm 7 hours in. Kind
Okay,
of.
how are you liking it?
7.5.
I take it you were a big Digimon fan of like the show.
I was a much bigger Digimon fan than I was a Pokemon fan.
That's impressive because I know you're a big Pokemans fan, a Poke fan.
Just a side note, if any of you guys want to buy it on the PS3 and share your login with me, I'd be cool with that.
Oh, wait.
It's on PS3.
Wait, you have a...
I think it's PS4
It's on
and Vita.
No, it's on PS4, PS3, and Vita.
Oh.
No cross-buy. No cross-buy.
No cross.
Yeah, I know that much.
Even Sony knows that there's no reason to have a PS3 anymore. Actually, I
plan on playing Metal Gear Solid.
I wasn't even thinking about the fact that you have a PS3. I did not know that, dude. Man, I was gonna say there's.
Add me up, Selkies24.
Mine's the same. It's Scooby Shag, bruh.
Bruh.
I am Frank de Pronstar.
You are. In fact, so here's the thing. I was thinking about getting Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, but ended up instead going with The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, and I'm very much so liking that. It has a very cool, not cheesy ripoff, but I mean, obviously they borrowed from Persona with like social links and stuff like that, and strengthening your characters during battle based off of their link level and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying that a lot so far. It's definitely graphically, not recent. This is a PS3 game from like 2013, I think, made by Falcom and brought over by Exceed, who does a fantastic job of localization. It is really good, and you can tell that it is very Japanese, and they totally could have like screwed up by not translating it very well, because it is translated awesomely, and it's just like, man, they really could have said this in a lot less time. But it's a lot of fun. I'm digging that. And actually, I really started getting into some... I've never been into them before, but for whatever reason, I got hooked on a first-person dungeon crawler. Like the not Tales, but Etrian Odyssey type stuff. Not that one.
Never heard.
It's a 3DS title. But yeah, basically, I started getting back into... it started with Dungeon Travelers 2 on Vita. I was really liking that. Very fan servicey, very like super itchy. itchy, scratchy, squirrel. And then started going back and like, man, I want to play Demon Gaze. Went back, started playing some of that, and I was like, man, this thing's really hard but challenging and fun. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to fire up some Persona Q, Labyrinth of Darkness or whatever on my 3DS and started playing that. And I was just like, I've really been enjoying those. And then started playing Trails of Cold Steel, which is really good. So I've been RPGing it like crazy, and it's really fun. And I am going to do Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Vandals of the Seven Kingdoms returns very soon, shortly, as well.
So, Eric, that was completely not the topic.
No, it wasn't, but I really wanted to... I'm sorry, I was out. I was having to try and get my stuff off the thing and onto something else, and you're all blabbing your mouth, and you said Digimans, and I was like, oh, I've been wanting to know, blah, 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 blah. Also, Valkyria Chronicles, the first one, coming to PS4. I'm very excited about that.
So, let me brief you on this topic, and we're going to try to do this really fast here.
Good, because I'm running out of
Renting
space.
video games. Why do you do it? What type of games do you do it for?
I don't, really. I mean, to
Alright.
me, very rarely... Since I've grown up and had a job to where I can afford stuff, very rarely have I ever been like, man, I really need to rent this game or whatever. In my opinion, Let's Plays have kind of taken the place of a rental. Like, if you can pull up a Let's Play, you can watch, or a video review for that matter, 99% of the time, I can watch a video review and just go, oh yeah, I can tell if I want this. Much less a Let's Play. You pull that up and you actually watch somebody play through, like a mission or two or whatever, and you can just instantly, you'll be able to tell if that's something you would get into.
But let's forget getting into it. Just something like a platformer, like I'll bring it up again, Yoshi's Woolly World, where it's just a game that you just want to run through and just experience real quick and be done with it, and it's over.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, I get from the poor man consumer aspect of it. Not that you're poor.
I'm just thinking from the clutter, too, like having all these games that they're never going to be played again.
Well, not necessarily. Some people really like replaying stuff like that. But I mean,
yeah, when I was younger.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, what age group are those games targeted for? Little kids. I mean,
Do you remember going to Blockbuster and picking out a game based on the cover?
Yeah, absolutely. But
Franklin doesn't remember Blockbuster.
But that being
I remember
said,
it existing. I don't remember going to it for video game rentals.
it's like, I remember walking by and seeing tumbleweeds, and then an old man sweeping up dirt because they closed down. But no, the thing is, I mean, it doesn't bother me, the whole thing of like, oh, we can't rent stuff anymore. If anything, I mean, it's better for developers. I mean, like, getting rid of rentals and getting rid of used games, that type of stuff is much better for developers. You're going to have people who, they get to make more money from that and make more stuff. Like, there are plenty of games that I can think of from my youth that I wish had gotten a sequel, but they never did because they didn't make enough. And that, I don't know what the contributing factor was as far as used games or rentals and whatnot, but maybe that wouldn't have been the case. Maybe we could have Dark Void 2! No! I like that game. Damn it, Capcom.
Is that the game where he was kind of like a Rocketeer,
Yeah,
basically?
it was Nathan Drake, poor man Nathan Drake with a jetpack. And
It's a Rocketeer.
yeah, and honestly, not quite as cool as it sounds, but it was really fun. It was fun.
Just like the movie Rocketeer.
Hey, no, you shut your mouth. That was a fantastic movie. I love that movie. Timothy Dalton.
I remember buying that game for SNES and not being able to get past the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I could never figure out how to get him to fly very well. Because there's a Peter Pan game like that on the Super Nintendo back in the day that flying controls on anything that was a 2D side scroller is just like, why would you try to torture a child through this? Or Superman 64. That's
I think we've officially gone off the rails here.
that's the point of the show. It's a conversational podcast. Have you
No,
seen the show?
This is not. Nope. This is a topical show where we talk about topics. This is not conversational at all. We need to stay on topic. We need to keep going on topic, and I believe that is the end of this topic.
I have a new topic. Conversational.
No, you don't have a new
podcast.
topic because it wasn't added to the show before the show.
Man, you're
show notes.
just a very
I'm
finite.
a dictator.
You're a finite
He's a
Francis. Right
Emphasis on dick.
Nazi over here.
So, Eric, all right, quick, right now. It has to be within like 30 seconds to explain your topic. Right now, go.
Wait, what? Huh? Sorry, the video froze when you were talking. Say it again.
Oh my God.
Just wrap it up, Franklin.
All right, whatever. We're done with this show because I'm done with all of you.
Yes. I promise we'll actually have it
This has
figured out
been-
next time, maybe.
Oh, well, okay. This has been the Media Clash Podcast, a weekly show where we talk about movies, TV, and video games.
And conversations.
You can find me No, let's not talk about me because I don't like me. You can find Eric at Scooby Shag on Twitter and on PSN apparently, and somewhere else I don't know about.
Xbox Live would be
Xbox Live.
Yeah, I should renew that.
You can find-
I will when Quantum Break comes out.
You can find Johnny Bernardo at John S. Bernardo on Twitter, and I believe Instagram as well.
If you tweet at me, I will tell you all of my logins.
And Musically.
And
Yes.
you can find him on YouTube, where this podcast is posted. YouTube.com/Cellfox, am I correct?
There's no custom URL yet.
Oh.
There will be one coming very soon. Pay attention, people.
Oh, man.
Very soon.
Big things are coming.
You know how people say, like, oh, that's so amateur hour? We have so much work to do to get to amateur hour at this point. It's not even funny.
I know. Amateur hour is like professional. to
One
us.
day. One day.
You
Next
can find this podcast on iTunes.
And at the bottom of trash cans everywhere.
Yes.
And by trash cans, I mean recycling bins.
Hopefully we didn't hurt your ear holes too much. You can find me on Twitter. You can complain about your broken ear holes at the Arctic Sloth on Twitter, Instagram, and somewhere else that I'm not aware of right now. Twitch.
Facebook.
I also have a YouTube thing, but I don't do much there. Instead, you should go to my website. It's projectslothumgaming.com. I write things sometimes. So, I believe that's all. Let's wrap this up. Hey, everybody, say goodbye. Bye!
See ya.
Hey, hi there. How you doing? Let's
That's
sit down
wrong.
and chat for a bit.
Go away. Bye! Alright, we're done.
Can't believe we're in a space. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna press that and go stop.